Okay, good evening, everyone. So, welcome to the iPi Live talk show. So, today, do you know what it is? Today is 24th June, which we celebrate as Swim a Lap Day. So, as you all know, that summers are all about swimming, and it's a kind of a really working out activity as well. Even many of the people who don't like to do much of a workout, they prefer going to swimming and just exercise a little bit in that manner. So we have a special guest, Jane and Charvi, with us. So they are going to talk about how swimming is related with numbers. So what all secrets I would love to know from both of them. Jane and Charvi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jane, and I'm working as a HR associate with igebra.
Hello, everyone. So today we have had a role reversal. So the host is being interrogated by Palak today. So as you all know, my name is Charvi, and I work as an HR psychologist with igebra.ai.
Okay. So I have first question for both of you. Do you know swimming? And if you know swimming, do you really like swimming? So over to you, Jane.
Well, Palak, I really wish that I knew swimming because that was one of the skills that I really wanted to learn. But unfortunately, I didn't get a chance. But I really like swimming. I mean, whenever I get a chance to go out and with my cousins or sometime, I would like to be in the pool and try to learn swimming. But no, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Charvi?
So similarly, I was also in place of Jane only. I should say I used to like it a lot. Wherever I used to see a pool, I used to feel so bad seeing it, but not doing anything about it. So it was just standing in the pool, which used to feel very silly to me. So this time in summers, I decided to learn it. So because pandemic got a little better and pools and everything got open, so in my society itself, I decided to learn this skill this time. Of course, not as a professional, but yeah, I mean, at least that fear of water and of drowning has been gone now, and I have like managed to learn it nearly 50% till date. So it's going really great. I'm having a lot of fun.
That's really amazing. I can imagine that how fun it must be for you to, just every day being excited for that particular time, 1 hour when you're going for a swim and all. So, okay, so Jane and Charvi, I want to ask you this. Do you think that swimming and math are interrelated? And if it is, then what are the correlation between both of them?
Yes, I think Palak, math is present everywhere. And even when it comes to swimming, we get to see a lot of aspects and angles of math. So, coming to a few basic topics where math is involved in swimming, I can just mention it to you. So, the first thing itself, the size of the pool and the depth of the pool. So, that is all related to math. So, you need to know the distance of the pool and to measure it and to also know the depth of the pool. So that's when you actually know whether you can people can get into the pool, how deep is the pool, and even if kids can also get into it or not. And the second aspect that I found interesting is that we have geometry and symmetry in swimming. So we have lot of angles when you are swimming in any pool. So especially for the professional swimmers who are training for different competitions and Olympics, they have to make sure that the angles at which they cut the water is very specific. So in terms of freestyle swimming, you have to cut the water at 45 degrees to make sure that you swim in a faster pace and you cover the maximum distance. And even when it comes to the flip and turns that you take in any swimming cycle, it has to be in 180 degrees. So that is the angles that we have for swimming. And apart from that, we also have the speed and distance, which is measured and calculated while a swimmer is going through his laps and cycles. So the speed at which the swimmer goes and the time that has to take between covering one lap has to be precise and has to be measured. So I found this interesting fact which mentioned that for girls to cover one cycle in a 25 yards pool, it usually takes 23 seconds. So that's like really fast. And to do that, they have to practice a lot. They have to measure their timings correct. And what is the number of time they can be underwater and hold their breath. All these things are measured out of maths itself.
Wow, that's really amazing, Jane. Like, I am just wondering, like, how interesting it would be if math will be taught like this in this manner. Like explaining that how these things are the real application of math. All these things are interrelated. So, what do you think, Charvi? What are your thoughts about it?
So I think Jane has rightly put up a lot of factors because where she was talking about speed and velocity of the swimmer. So yeah, she's very right in saying that how fast they have to be. So yeah, the ultimate aim once you learn the skill is to get cut down on your time and do it as fast as you can. So on those lines only, like she spoke about a general perspective, I'll just talk about what my experience has been till date. So there are like 3 to 4 styles. So firstly, freestyle is the one which is taught to any swimmer when you start learning it initially. So in freestyle, the hand which is there, as she was talking about cutting the water, which is very important because you need to move faster ahead. So it's always at an angle. So this elbow is never like straight like this, because if you do that, it would take a lot of energy also from your side and you would not be able to move faster. So it's always this, and the hand is like a blade so that you can just cut it easily and you push the water so that the body goes ahead. Similarly, I also feel how postures are involved. If your back is bending or if there's anything like that, you won't be able to float. And if you can't float, your body keeps sinking. So then you'll have that fear of drowning and all that panicky situation, which is again not right. But according to physics and buoyancy that we have read, our body cannot sink till the time people only drown when they drink the water, because the body gets heavy once the weight increases, which is again math and numbers. The body will sink. So otherwise you cannot. So that's why, whenever you enter the pool, they always say that let your body go to the water and just relax yourself, keep it as light as you can. So definitely I feel numbers are involved in this, because again, as we were talking about the posture, how it should be a linear posture, a vertical posture, a horizontal posture, these all play a very major role in the types of things you're doing, like diving or whatever it is. Otherwise, of course, major injuries happen. So yes, the other styles that are there are also breaststroke. These are the tougher ones, where it's used to broaden your shoulders and all that, which is again a very good form of exercise, as we had started on this note. But it needs to be done at a proper angle and at a proper distance from your body if you want to really push your body ahead. Otherwise, going slow does not make sense. And apart from this, the most relaxing form I think is the back float. Again, back float is like just lying and chilling in the pool, relaxing yourself. So again, the body needs to be like straight. If you turn your body, if your back is not straight, it'll again sink and you'll have that fear that you'll drown. So yes, and the butterfly is said to be like the most difficult one, because you need to have your body at certain angles, because you move like this. So it's like bumpy, right? So again, if it's not at a proper angle, you won't be able to do it, and possibly you might drink water, which is the most fear that people have, that they might drink the water and it gets very uncomfortable because it's chlorine water. So yes, my experience has been like this, and I totally agree with Jane how it has postures, angles, symmetry, and of course the depth of the pool also makes a lot of difference, and as to how you need to carry your body, because more deeper the pool, you need to keep cycling in the pool so that you're able to be there. Otherwise, in small pools you can of course stand, but in the pools which are 8 feet, international pools where you cannot stand, you need to like continuously keep pedaling at a particular speed. Otherwise, of course, you'll go down. So yes, that has been my experience.
Okay, that's very interesting, Jane and Charvi. Like the way you have explained and simplified it for me, I just feel like going out and start swimming right now. So, what do you think, like, Jane? What are the benefits of swimming?
There are several benefits, Palak. But mostly what I can think of right now is it improves coordination in our mind and body as well, because you need to move your hand, your legs, and you need to also make sure that the posture is correct, and you need to hold your breath when you're underwater. So it needs a lot of coordination, and it also improves your memory. I heard and I read in several articles that when you swim, while improving the coordination, it also improves your memory, which is again a very helpful aspect. And apart from that, I think it really is very relaxing and helps you to relieve your stress. That's one thing that I think is the most beneficial part.
That's true. That's true. And what do you think about this, Chavi?
I also think on the similar lines, but I want to add that it makes you feel much more calmer, because when you're panicking, it doesn't really help. But once you're in the water, if you panic, you can never swim. So it's like it makes you, gives in that fear of calmness, that you just let go of your body and you would not go anywhere. So in a way, psychologically, it helps you to overcome your fear as well. And at the same time, yes, it's definitely very relaxing and a very, very good exercise. I think it's better than gymming also at times, because if you just move your hands and legs, you really need to apply pressure. So it's like more effective. So I've seen, like, even ladies coming in the pool saying that, I want to reduce certain body parts and all that. It does not really work like that also. That's also a wrong perception, because when we reduce weight, it's like not from one body part. It's like overall that goes off. So I think people just want quick results. Maybe that's why they do come for it. But if you see in a deeper meaning, it's very relaxing, very calming. But again, it's at the same time, I feel it's very risky also, because I was reading somewhere an American athlete got unconscious and she was drowning in the water. Imagine, like, an athlete being drowned is something which is like major. So her coach had to come in and just pick her up. Again, why? Because we are applying so much of energy in the water, and cutting water is really tough. So it's 800 times more denser than the air. So just imagine the force that we need to apply in order to go ahead. So force and everything again comes under physics, and physics is all about numbers. So yes, it needs to be all calculated. Over exercising, over swimming can also be like hazardous.
Yeah. So everybody who likes swimming, it is a obviously a makes you help you to calm and the stress relieving activity, but you need to be very much cautious. That's what I feel. So if you want to give all our audiences a wrap up line, what it would be, Jane and Chad?
Well, maybe Chavi, you can go first.
Okay. So I would say, since we all have summers now and it's really bad and scorching heat is there, go out, swim, relax yourself, stay away from your phones, and have fun with the water.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel that's a really inspirational thing that you have told me, Charvi. So I'm also planning to go out for
Yes,
swimming right
you
now.
should.
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah,
this
that's
weekend we'll
confident.
go. Yeah, that's right. I think for me, I see math in everything that is around us. God has made this world, and He has used math in everything around us, and there is no escape from math. So it's
Right.
just our lack of realizing the beauty of mathematics that actually makes math undiscovered. So once we discover math and the beauty around us, so no matter where we go, we'll just be able to analyze and quickly recognize the patterns around us.
Okay, thank you so much, Jane and Charvi, for being here. And to all the audience, I would like to say that you must have got very much amazed by the facts which was shared by Jane and Charvi, and it must have completely changed your perspective towards math and swimming completely. So tomorrow, when you're going for swimming, let us know how do you feel? What changes have you felt after listening to this? So we'll be coming on our next live. Tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.